I get a charge out of just making the deal. And sometimes that's part of what pushes me. When I first got into business, I wrote a business plan and I followed it to the T. It's always been something that I really had a passion for and that I enjoyed just, tinkering with, and I just wanted to learn more about it. And I felt like that was one of the few things that I could do to be able to use what I felt like were my strengths and still have a life with my family. I always call back that day. I give everybody my cell phone number so they can call me whenever they want. And I think that takes it away. Once I answer that first call from them, they're comfortable that, hey, he did get me. When they left the closing table, they were like, you know what, we didn't know what to expect, but this was awesome. You were the one calling us when it came to all the negotiations, and we felt like you looked out for us. Actually, I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, and stayed there all the way through school. I went to Western Kentucky and then went to U of L. Then I moved to Indianapolis in 1980, and I've been here ever since. So I'm kind of a transplanted Hoosier now. It's so emotional. This is most people's largest transaction that they have in their life, for most people. And it gets emotional. The sellers feel like they're not getting enough, and the buyers feel like they're not getting a good enough deal. So you have to somehow massage those two together to make them feel like it's a win-win. Yeah, sometimes it's poker. This is my last counter when you really know that it's not your last counter. I'm just trying to get an extra $1 for my client. I don't like getting beat. I don't know if that's good or bad, but I just don't. It's the thrill of getting my clients more than they thought they were going to get, or taking them to that dream home that they never imagined that they could buy, and we put it together. It's the feeling that you get when somebody is just ecstatic because they got exactly what they wanted, when they wanted it, and it worked for them. Guys that do, 150, 200 transactions a year, we've probably already done it. So we know how to get around it, and sometimes we see it coming and head it off. My goal was to provide for my family and to not miss their time. And I don't miss games. I don't miss practices. If I can squeeze, 20 more deals in this year and still not take away from my family, then I win.